Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Stars Start Tell channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Don't judge me for my shorts. It is hot. Like it is burning up. And you know what I'm saying? ED. Now, the message I heard is the only reason that man kept trying to put forth to claim you in the energy and spirit is because he doesn't want anyone else to claim you. And in reality, this is for someone. Every time this man enters your life, he don't do nothing but cause chaos, havoc, and mayhem. He have no intentions of being right with you. And you may have very well seen this person go and enter into a relationship with somebody else and flourish. But for whatever reason, when he is with you, it's almost like pulling teeth. God said this man is doing this on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen videos about men that they deliberately will go out of their way to be nasty, mean, and treat certain women like they are beneath them. And then they end up with another woman and they treat her like she's a queen. God said he's doing that on purpose. And in reality, God said he wants you to be strong enough to accept the fact that this man doesn't love you and he never loved you so that you can move on because you don't deserve to be treated that way. The only reason it's a situation where every time you accept that he doesn't love you and he's never going to treat you correctly, people are up in arms is because those people want you to feel as if you deserve that kind of treatment. And sometimes it could be a situation where you like, dang, but I feel like it's like this is somebody when somebody tell you the truth about this man, you look at them as if they an enemy to you. But God said they telling you the truth. And sometimes it could be a situation where this person has been wrong about X, Y, and Z, but they right about that. It don't matter. God said when it come down to it, no man, this man, you know what I'm saying, throughout y'all relationship, he putting his hands on you. He trying to put you down, ruining your business, trying to get you fired from your job. Meanwhile, with this other woman, he treating her as if she is the air beneath his wings. He going out his way to get her extravagant gifts. And every celebration, he trying to make it big and a big boom for her. Meanwhile, he trying to give you support. I remember one time I had um I had went out with my ex. We had like my ex-husband, we were going out to celebrate. I forgot what the celebration was. I think it might have been Valentine's Day or my birthday. And I had got us a hotel at the embassy. Now for those of you that know, the embassy is not cheap. The embassy is $200, $300 a night. The embassy, they have a bar where they give away drinks. They have a little party. They have food. You know what I'm saying? They give you dinner and breakfast. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's luxurious rooms on the inside. They have a literal garden inside of the hotel that you can sit outside and hang out and all that. Pool, indoor pool, all that. Do you know this clown acted a complete fool? He acted a fool while we was getting our drinks. He acted a fool when we got back to our room. I was in the room, in the bed, and I'm sleeping. And I'm like, why won't you come to the bed? Nah, I want to sit out here. I want to go home. But you want to know where home? Rat and roach infested house in third world. I'm like, what is there? What are we going there for? Why do you want to go there so bad? Like, what is the point? He acted a complete fool as if I was hurting him by taking him away from this raggedy house, bro, and going to a luxurious hotel. He acted like it was a problem. I'm in there knocked out sleep. We got in a fight and I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? I really think he knocked me out. I don't really remember, to be honest. And he came in there, snatched the covers off of me. The room is freezing cold because he insisted on having it freezing cold in there as if we weren't staying in a house that had no electricity at all. Like he's just so hot. And you know what I'm saying? Then came and snatched the covers from me instead of turning the AC off. And it just, when I say made the whole experience awful, God said sometimes you'll be with somebody that will literally go out of their way to make experiences awful for you. And then they'll be with somebody else and they treat them like they're gone. And while she doing the bare minimum, God said sometimes it is intended for you to let that clown go, bro. Sometimes it is intended. And sometimes it be a situation where the only reason this person even came into your life is because they saw you flourishing over there. They saw you happy over there, and it bothered them. And they wanted to shake things up because you look too. And I remember me and my recent ex, was getting a ride from his friend. And this man, you know what I'm saying, sitting on the phone, looking back at me and mugging me on the phone, talking about, she thinks she living a soft life. She thinks she live. I need to shake her life up because things is going too well for you all. If you don't get your hating ass up on my face, bro. The scripture comes from Tobit 1 and 21. But less than 40 days later, the king was assassinated by two of his sons, who then escaped into the mountains of Ararat. His son, Esarhaddon, who succeeded him as king, placed Ahikar, his brother Aniel's son, in charge of all the accounts over his kingdom, so that he took control of the entire administration. God said, when it come down to people that move like this here, you know, you are not the only person that feels some type of way about the way that they move. You're not the only person that has been noticing how they move. And there is somebody that is already in the works of tearing this person kingdom down. You don't even have to do anything. That's just like the ex that I was talking about. I got him the nice little hotel and all that, baby. Everything went up blue, you know what I'm saying, in his face. Everything. Like, it's like as soon as I left him, I got my, first of all, my gas scooter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got me a car. Got this, that, and the third, blessing after blessing after blessing after blessing. I think every time I left him, I would come home and it would be a check in the mail. That way, God says sometimes you be thinking that if you leave certain people alone, that, you know, everything is going to crumble and fall. And well, what am I going to do now? And how is this going to? God said you're going to survive and you're going to live the way you are supposed to. In reality, people that are moving like that and behaving in that manner, they ain't no good for you. You know, so when it come down to it, like me and him fighting the way that we was fighting, that wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of being in relationships with men that act like they don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. And that's why I don't entertain men that act a certain way. If it's a situation where I told you that I'm not interested in you and you acting real sore about it and you sitting up here trying to get on my nerves, you trying to piss me off, you trying to irritate me, I could not imagine what you would be like if we were actually in a relationship. You would be a nightmare. You would be a nightmare. I bet, baby, it's the situation where he eats, he sleeps, he beats, and etc. Ain't nobody got time for that. Stay your miserable behind over there. Nah, we ain't finna deal with that. I sure ain't. I sure ain't. I would rather be by myself. I can do bad by myself. And in reality, every time I was doing very much so fine, you know, flourishing before I got in a relationship with stupid. And he want to act a fool. And he want to treat me as if I don't deserve the luxuries and the good things in life. The same things that I'm trying to give to him. I'm sitting up here trying to take him to a 5-star hotel and he treating me like the scum of the earth because, oh no, I'm trying to snatch him away from his boyfriend. Ain't nobody got time for that. Stay over behind over there then. Just like I told this ex here, bro. Sitting up here steady listening to this miserable old man, bro, instead of what I'm talking about. I'm steady telling him this man is obviously feeling some kind of way about me. He is obviously mad about X, Y, and Z. Nah, he wouldn't do that. Nah, that ain't true. Nah, that. But every time, you know what I'm saying, you sitting on the phone, he starts talking a certain way, and you got to walk away from me. Why? Because he nasty, he mean, he wicked, and he evil. And you know he 9 out of 10 gonna say something that's gonna piss me off and prove me right. God said when it come down to it, sometimes I'm thinking about the song by Jackie O, and it's like featuring Betty White, "Sleeping with the Enemy." You be thinking that you done found Prince Charming, and he is the king of your world, and you gonna do X, Y, and Z for him, and bet nobody do this, that, and the third, and this gotta happen, and that gotta happen, and oh, I got both my baby, my husband, my boo, okay, my man, my man, my man, and the whole time he your worst enemy. The whole time he your worst nightmare. You sitting up here bending over backwards for him, and he wouldn't even spit on you if you was on fire. God said, "Oh no, we ain't got time for that. No, we ain't finna deal with that." You know what I'm saying? And God said, "And as for the future, If a man is treating you piss poorly and y'all ain't even in a relationship yet, that lets you know he gonna be pissed poorly in a relationship. Just like this man, I would never talk to him. I would never deal with him. Just by his actions right now. Ain't nobody got time for nobody that act like that. Like he 5 years old. My son got more mature level than he do. That's ridiculous. I'm just being real. And what the experiences that I didn't have in my life, hell no. I mean it. Don't get mad because I don't want to talk to him and sit outside blasting music and mowing the lawn every single day. Getting on my last nerves. I would never talk to him. I couldn't imagine what it's like being married to him. Hell no. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.